Hi guys, some of you might know Guillermo del Toro. He's a Mexican movie director. He directed Hellboy 1 and 2, Pacific Rim, Pan's Labyrinth, and The Shape of Water, which a couple of years ago, I think it was 2018 or 2019, won the Oscar for Best Director and Best Movie. And he was mentioning something that about his family and his and family beliefs about him becoming a director, when ever since he was a kid, telling his parents that he wanted to actually he wanted to be in the movie filming industry and be directing the movies. And he remembers his dad. He remembers when he was young, and his dad would introduce him as, okay, this is my son Guillermo. He's the one that makes movies. And he said that his dad will mention, like, okay, this is the one that makes movies, like he was a criminal, like it was like, this is a bum, this is the guy that does nothing, you know. And then eventually things changed when he won, of course, the Oscars for The Shape of Water, and his dad seems like finally he came to terms with the whole directing films, you know. And when I heard that story, it was difficult for me. Well, it wasn't difficult for me to believe that his dad will think about that. His dad will have that idea about directing movies, because I think that's a very ambitious goal. But at the same time, I understand, because growing up in Mexico, I mean, it's easy to understand that the truth is that in Mexico is one of the places, one of the countries where, I mean, you have very little chances of being successful if you're thinking about being a movie director. So it's not something that when you tell most of your friends, most of the people close to you, or most of the people that know about it, I understand that will think that this is probably not, you're not probably being realistic, or you're probably just trying to make the easy way out, choosing something that is not really going to happen. But Guillermo, he mentions one thing that I believe it's I believe is one of the most important one of the most important parts of the foundation of your beliefs when you decide what you want to be, which is moving on and moving ahead with the idea of what you decide to do, what is your goal. Transcending the belief, transcending the disbelief of those around you. I think that one of the most difficult, I think that I would say that's probably the number one thing that trumps or that stops a lot of people from going for the goals, for whatever that they want to do, is not having the support of people close to them. Society and family don't really believe that you're capable, or that your goal is achievable. And transcending, moving beyond the opinion of society and the opinion of your family is vital, and is probably, once you cross that line, I think that everything it's a different world, and it's much easier to achieve what you want, and especially to move, to be bold, to do the things that you need to do in order to achieve your goals. And when I talk about society, when I say society, you have to transcend society's opinion. I'm talking society like your friends, your boyfriend or your girlfriend, and your best friend, your confidant, your teachers, sometimes even your mentors. You might have someone that knows you very well and has been your mentor for a long time, but when you tell him what you want to do, sometimes they might not agree or think that you have any chance of succeeding. But you just have to move on. You have to move forward. And when I say family, I'm talking about, I mean, many times that's the one rock that stops you from moving forward. It's your brother, it's your sister, it's your cousin, it's your mom, it's your dad. It can even be your wife or your husband, or sometimes even your kid, your son or your daughter, that they don't really trust, you know, that they don't really have that kind of belief in you, and it's hurtful, and it's something that if we don't know how to learn, if we don't know how to deal with that lack of trust, if we don't know how to deal with the lack of trust, usually when you have a lack of trust, usually when you hurt because of someone's lack of trust, it's not really that person's lack of trust that you're dealing with, it's your lack of trust that you have on yourself. Is that lack of trust that you probably, the self-image that you have about yourself is not the right image, is not the image that you need to move forward. It's not really your dad, or it's not really your mom, or it's not really your brother or your friend, or whoever is telling you, or a teacher or the mentor that is hurting you. It's more behind that. I can't transcend that line. I can move beyond that lack of trust. I can move beyond that judgment from society or family. Beyond that, I can't. There are other emotions that are within yourself, and it's about yourself. It's about you. It's not really about them. So that's a part of you that you really need to go inside and say, okay, so what is it that is stopping me? What is it that is really blocking me from moving forward, from saying, you know what, I don't care what these people say, and I'm just gonna do whatever I want. Because the truth is that as important as it is for us that the people that we believe are going to support us, as important as we believe their support is, the truth is that that importance should never be as big as to stop you from going after your goals and from pursuing your dreams. So I think that if there is something stopping you, and you think that it's something that it's in the external world, you have to do some inner inventory inside of you and think, okay, what is it inside of me that is really stopping me from going beyond that line? Okay. All right, guys, I hope you like it, and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you soon. Thank you.